Okay, guys, I am staying at the Capitol Hill Motel. This is what it looks like. And, yep, so, hey, what's up? Okay, guys, this is the Capitol Hill Motel. This is where I'll be staying. And I wanted to show you inside here. So this is the bed. Okay, what's up with the focus on here? Okay, there we go. Not focusing very good. So the one nice thing is that this motel is about $115 a night, and it's in Portland. Got a stove, microwave, pretty good size refrigerator, and spacious bathroom and stuff. There's even a sink area here. So, and the good part is that this bed is actually comfortable. So that's pretty much it. I think it's a pretty decent place, for the money. It's got a little heater and everything. So, yep, that's it. Okay, guys. Yeah, this bed is it's not too bad. It's like the opposite of the last bed. Like the last bed was like hard as a rock. This one's, kind of, I guess, kind of soft. It's never like at home, you know what I mean? So, but anyways, yeah, this is nice. I want to talk to you guys about, safety as far as traveling goes. And specifically, I'm talking about when you travel to a different country. So I'm going to give you guys some good tips about, when you're, so you don't get in trouble, so you don't get hurt, someone doesn't steal your stuff, or if they do, you know what to do, right? So I'm going to give you just some quick quick ideas, right? I can't talk. So the first is, kind of obvious, like you should make copies of your passport, your ID, all your credit card. Make sure you have all the numbers, like if for emergency. So for instance, if someone were to steal your stuff, then you'd be able to, call to get the passport and call to get your license or whatever it is that you need, your credit cards. I mean, that's such a pain, right? You lose your credit card and you're supposed to call and tell them that you lost it. But if you don't have the number, you're kind of in trouble, right? So you do that. The second thing is to never store your money all in one place. So like what I'll do is I'll get one of those money things that you kind of wear it, you know what I mean? And I might have a little bit, some money in there, some money, emergency money in my suitcase. And then here's the interesting thing, right? Is like, the majority, some money, I'll have a little bit of, now this is really important. Okay. So you want some money in a wallet, but your IDs and everything not in the wallet. So your IDs are hidden away, or like certain things you can have, but basically the idea is that you could have your money and your IDs. It's like a necklace or whatever, like it's I forget what they call that, but it goes in there and you wear it, you know what I mean? But it's tucked underneath, you know what I mean? Now, you still want to have a wallet though that has some money in it, preferably about $50 or so, that you can take out that wallet, right? It's like, I call it the dummy wallet, right? Now, what it is if you get robbed, let's say someone says, give me all your money or give me your wallet. You give them your wallet, right? But the wallet's got no ID in it, and it's just got a limited amount of money in it, right? It's important that you have that, right? Because here's why. If you say, oh, I don't have any money, well, that's a lie. I mean, obviously they know that you have money, so how is it you're able to travel with no money? So giving them, let's say, nothing is just not smart. I mean, then, who knows what they'll do to you, right? So when you hand over that wallet, they say, okay, well, at least there's something in there for them, and they'll take it. And meanwhile, the rest of your money is packed away somewhere. So the other thing is to, try to, kind of wear things conservatively. Like I don't dress like an American. I kind of look around and see the way other people are dressed. I dress like them. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to be loud and obnoxious like a lot of Americans are, when they travel. I keep it cool. I listen more than talk, right? And what else? I also, read up on the customs of whatever country you're going to, know about, things like that. The other thing is when you're walking, like, I don't go down like these side streets where, it's like, I don't know where it leads, or, it's like when you're in front of a bunch of other people, you're less likely to have something happen to you. So I stick to the main roads. And even better is like you actually, somebody who's from that country, and then they can show you around. And then that's really like the fun experience. And then the other thing is, this is more of a cultural thing, but like, this is just something that I try to do in every country that I go to. It's like, I learn some of the language, right? At least some of the basics, how to ask for things, how to say please and thank you and all that stuff. And then what you do is you try to speak that language, and even if you do a bad job, you just try, and you just show that you're trying to learn. And sometimes what I notice is they might know English, right? And then they'll start talking to you in English. What I'll do is I'll actually continue that conversation in their language. I mean, I will try to say things that basically not revert to the English right away, right? Like, it's kind of like, it's hard to explain it, but when you show that you're trying to learn their language, it's amazing the difference how they treat you, right? There's so much more respect. Or sometimes I'll say, maybe in English, oh, I'm sorry that, I'm not speaking probably the right way. Can you tell me how to say it? And then I'll try to say it right in their language. And then, I'll ask them, is that right? And then they might say, no, it's not, and they'll explain. But just trying to learn it and say things. And then when I go places, I'm listening into people's conversations. I'm listening to, how the language is done, and absorbing the cultural parts, all the, that's really cool, man. All the different things that are happening. And you start hearing those same conversations, and oddly enough, you'll start picking it up, a few words here and there, and it just slowly you start to become, a little more fluent. And you always feel a little bit lost, you know what I mean? But that's part of the fun of it. That's actually part of the fun. And, you just don't want to stick out, right? I mean, like, you don't want to wear a bunch of jewelry. You don't, like, with my phone or a camera, I don't pull those things out when I'm out somewhere. I'm careful about where I'm at, and it's just, some places are obviously, not as dangerous as other places, but you just have to be careful. And the other is like, when you're driving, there's some of these countries, man, they do all kinds of things to whether it be kidnapping you or to steal your money. There's all kinds of ploys and scams. And it's when you get someone that sometimes, even in the United States, you get this, right? They'll say, hey, I want to show you something. Hey, look at this. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. I always, kind of, I'm sorry, I'm busy. You know what I mean? Like I keep my head, basically it's like, I'm going somewhere and I don't want to be stopped. And that attitude of like, I'm not going to engage in, you know what I mean? It's weird. Like, I don't mind approaching other people, but I don't want people to approach me. You know what I mean? It's, they start pulling you into some kind of scam, and there's so many scams out there. Like, for instance, I've heard about this thing where, you're driving in a vehicle, right? And what they do is they take like a baby carriage. Maybe there's a baby in there, or maybe it's just a carriage. You know what I mean? It's just a thing that looks like a baby or whatever. And they put it in the middle of the road, you know what I mean? And so that, you'll stop. Oh, you stop. Then once you stop, the dudes come out, and they'll take your car, or whatever. So it's like, you got to be aware, like almost like you have to treat it like something could happen at any moment. So then you're ready to react faster than they are. You know what I mean? So if you see something weird or odd, you don't stop. You just, you go around it. You don't open your windows. Unless you see a cop, that's different, right? But it's like, you just have to be really smart. That's all. And for the most part, not much stuff happens to people. But I'm just saying from experience, there's so much to it. Well, anyways, I hope these tips will help you. And, I say these things because, I actually do care about people. I love to meet other travelers, and it's like, I want to let them know, just to be aware, of your surroundings and stuff. So I hope those tips are helpful to you and that you'll get something from it and, really have fun, And the last thing I want to say about traveling, and this is like real important, is like when you pick your itinerary and you're like, okay, I want to go to France, I want to go to Italy, and I want to go to, wherever else, you know what I mean, England or something. And I got all these places. I want to visit this and I want to go to that. And I'm going to tell you something, a little trick. It's like, you're better off picking one country or one area, and kind of narrowing down in those, kind of that town and just exploring one area. And, it's because what you'll find is that what you really want is to relax and to enjoy yourself and to see a few sights, right? That's what we all kind of want to do. But if you're just traveling back and forth from one destination to the other, and without, you look back at your vacation and you're like, well, it wasn't very relaxing, right? It was like, I just traveled around and then, I never really got to settle in anywhere. So for me, that's just me personally. Like I keep it limited to a specific country or a specific area, because you find that when you're in that area, there's so much to see, there's so much to do. And it's more fulfilling to just be in one kind of area and exploring it than to just travel back and forth to all these different things, you know what I mean? And so I hope that's helpful. Again, everyone has their own, own thing, the way they like to do it. But for me, that's what I like, and that's some tips that I have for you guys. So till next time. And I would say this place right here. Oh yeah, I forgot to say, this is the Capitol Hill Motel. It's pretty decent, man. It's about $114 a night, which I know might seem like a lot for some of you guys, but for Portland, man, that's a fairly inexpensive hotel. So motel, excuse me. I like staying in hotels better than motels, but this one is what I found, and it's decent. So I'm gonna stay here for a couple nights and then I'm gonna head out. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye for now.